Yo, welcome back to another episode of Sofa Prosperity Network. The Sofa Prosperity Podcast. I'm the Sofa Prosperity Network. We line with for well-being. Hope y'all been taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and doing the best things y'all can do, man. And a new location, new apartment, content house. So we got a lot going on, a lot of new content coming out. I want to get a podcast live in before I leave and go to work tonight. We're trying to get more podcasts in with Sofa Prosperity Podcast as well. I want to start making that more of a daily show and more, transitioning into becoming more of a daily show. I can make a Sofa Prosperity daily, you know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into it, man. We're going to start it off with Nolan's father and his family, Nolan Wells' family, coming out, and more details coming out from that case. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into the intro.
I didn't even know I gon' land. Tryna go back to the gas, but it's out of gas, my feet in sand. Talk up to the woods, ain't nigga was feeling like EYB. I'm a grown ass man, I'ma do what I wanna do, please don't get mad at me. I'm a busy man.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Sofa Prosperity Podcast on the Sofa Prosperity Network. We align well for well-being. Hope y'all been taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and all of that, man. This is another episode, man. We're going to be tapping into Nolan Wells. Let's start off with that, man. And make sure that I'm live first before we get into anything else. Yes, we are live. Yes. Are we live? Chat, are we live? Golly, I'm so tired of this. I'm finna just go. I mean, let's just do it. Let's just get into it then, man, since we're not going to be able to go live right now. So let's just go get into it, straight to it. Basically, so we're going to get to Nolan Wells. Their parents have been going on a kind of a media tour, meeting with different major networks like the CNNs and places like that, man. We're going to talk about different sit-downs that they had, man. But it's just insane, man. Still no answers right now from the second autopsy that they're doing. This getting fun. It was actually paid for by Colin Kaepernick, and the funeral getting paid by Tyler Perry. Shout out to them for stepping up and doing that, man. Shout out to everybody that's talking about this, man. So basically, if y'all don't know who Nolan Wells is, he's an 18-year-old who went missing on July the 4th boat trip with friends, and not just any type of friend. It was, you know how it be. He was the only black person in a picture. And that wears eyebrow for a lot of people, including me. Days later, he was found dead in the water off the Mississippi coast, after he went missing on that July the 4th trip. And now his parents are saying that the story that they've been telling doesn't add up. Nolan Xavier Wells was on Horn Island, Mississippi with a group of friends on July the 4th. At some point in the evening, he was left behind on the island while his friends took the boat back to the mainland. His body was recovered on July 6th. Since then, his parents, Christina and Elmo Wansley, have been pushing for answers, joined by attorney Ben Crump and Reverend Al Sharpton. Y'all know how I get when Ben Crump and Al Sharpton come to the scene. It's real business. The parents have laid out a few specific things that don't sit right with them. First, a contradiction in the timeline. One witness says Nolan told her he was headed back to the boat, while his friend said he told them he was staying behind to talk to her. Second, his phone, Nolan didn't have it with him on the island. It had gone back with his friends. When his mother later checked his Snapchat, she says the account was empty. No saved pictures, no snaps, which she found strange given how active he normally was on the app. The local sheriff's department says nothing in the evidence collected so far points to foul play, but the investigation is still ongoing right now at the current moment. But let's actually get into this video what his dad had to say, like when he pulled up on some of his friends to get his phone or something like that. Let's get into it.
Elmore wants the phone.
Okay, so the situation with the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there. And they were at the door in the house, asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of intense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures, but he came out of the room half asleep or whatever, I think Jax or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, he's like, his car's parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. I know he's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if we can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay, so at that point, I get the boys and I get to move them out the house because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses because they'd never be all in the situation. So we walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jax guy's Xbox in the house because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you. But as far as the night goes, if I knew anyone had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't have friends with boats. But if I knew someone with one, I would have went out that night. And it just so happened that his coach saw all the stuff on Facebook that next morning and called and contacted me at like 5 in the morning, asked me if we want to go out. And I told him yes. So within an hour, he was at the dock. We met him, and we went out. We docked the boat, got off the boat, walked on the island, walked a pretty nice stretch, came back, got back on the boat, went around the island, looked, came back around, and where we went to, that's where apparently they say that his body floated up. I don't know a lot about water currents or whatever, but I would think that we would have saw his body. And on the trip there was a family that stayed a night on the island, like actually tented out on the island. So if he was left, he would have saw that family on the island, and it was 2 other boats docked, so he would have had help. So I don't know. I think we stayed there for like an hour and a half. That's when Jackson County and the sheriff department showed up, and they were gonna do their rounds. And I had a classmate of mine, him and his 2 boys, they came out and they searched, and then they got back in touch with me and said the Coast Guard had finally showed up in airplane. So
what is so critical, what Elmo is saying is they went out on Sunday, and the tide, if it brought his body up, he went missing on July 4th, and they say his body should have been there on July 5th. Why would it not appear to July 6th? And that's one of those things that's just not adding up.
Yeah, I don't know how water currents work either, so I don't know if it would have washed up to the shore that same day. You know, I really don't know about all that, man. But it's saying here in the story how these stories not adding up, and it's a lot of loopholes in these stories and these things and shit, bro. I mean, that's how I really feel about that shit. Like about that situation, I kind of can't speak on it fully because you do need a lot more details for that one, man. Like, being honest. But the parents have laid out some more specific things. Let's get one more other video that they had as well.
Do you think race might be a factor?
Like my wife said, I don't want to believe that, but it's just so many things have happened, and so many things have been swept under the rug. Like I said, Nolan didn't see color. He saw people for who they are, and I used to always tell him, so you need to go out there close, because everyone is not going to reciprocate that same love that you give. I just want transparency. I just want to know what happened to my son.
Christine, why does that make you so emotional?
It's a horrible question, because it's our son dead.
He just had a big heart. Like, to really know Nolan, to have him as your friend was just, it was something special. People aren't like him. He was just different, and
Do you worry that he might have trusted too much?
sometimes, yeah. And that was something we always talked to him about.
I mean, it's crazy. And that's sad for them to have to even have to go through all that, bro. It's insane. It's insane, man. But we're gonna move on to another topic, man. There's gonna be some more information, man. Be more and more information that comes out, man. I hope they get the real answers. Everybody jumps to conclusion. I hope we just get the real answer, man. Whatever comes out of the investigation, that family just wants the same respect as anybody else would want for their kid. You feel me? And that's not too much. But let's move into something different, bro. Jay-Z just had a answer for a different kind of scrutiny, man. Jay-Z responds to the Target boycott this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and react to that now.
I'm the target. Hey, don't miss that target. No excuses, they only doing what Apple and Walmart did. You shopping at Amazon or you boycott? You posting on Instagram? That's Meta, boy. Stop it. Y'all know Google owns YouTube. You picking and choosing a politicking as usual. They didn't keep the narratives. It's embarrassing. They running up characters, had to bring back up Captivate. Buddy took a check, I ain't even mad at that. The longer that check, signing non-disparaging. I'm the one they can't control. Y'all better be glad as him. I'm the one they can't control. You better be glad as him. $500 million back in the community. That's just good math for him. I don't listen to Twitter activists. They type and I laugh at them. There's really no comparison. I check my staff again. I'm bringing folks home to their family. Laws get passed as him. You would like it or not. He don't do no ass kissing. Ex-drug dealer. You might not like the packaging, but my presence as the president, my gift is wrapped in oh shit. Let's get on some Brooklyn shit.
Man, let's get to it, man. Target, had been over nationwide boycott since like early 2025, after the company rolled back its DI commitments during when Trump was first getting in office, man. A campaign that reportedly cost the retailer billions in market value. So when Jay-Z announced a Target exclusive 30th anniversary vinyl, release of Reasonable Doubt, that just, the 30th, it just came up, the 30th anniversary. A lot of people felt like he crossed a picket line, you feel me? And during night one of his Yankee Stadium residency, Jay-Z used a few new freestyle to address it directly instead of ignoring it. His argument wasn't really a defense of Target, it was a challenge to the people criticizing him. He pointed out that a lot of people of the same people calling him out are the people that's using YouTube, Amazon, shopping at Amazon, posting on Instagram, commenting, watching YouTube. Companies with their own scrutiny, kind of similar to, Target that's attached, But basically, you're picking and choosing which boycotts you actually live by, man. I think that's a lot, bro. I think that happen a lot. I feel we pick and choose what artists we gonna let slide with certain things. We pick and choose when cheating is cool and when cheating is not cool. We pick and choose with a lot of shit. And that's something we could do a lot in our community, man. I get what he's doing, but it's not a bad point about selective outrage, because I do believe it's selective. I think a lot of people are just follow the trend and they selective outrage. They don't even know a lot of shit about this, and they just follow the trend. You feel me? But calling out hypocrisy is easy, you feel me? But explaining your own choice is hard, and he did the first one, bro. Next up, let's get into the next topic. A Spurs broadcaster personal life cost him his entire job, bro. Like, entire job. The voice of the Spurs basketball for the last 2 seasons is out of a job, and it has nothing to do with how he called the games, bro. Jacob Tobia was the San Antonio TV play-by-play announcer. Earlier this week, a post appeared on Instagram, apparently from his girlfriend of 6 years, saying he cheated on her with Lauren Waters, who is the sister of Spurs player Lindy Waters III. Within days, reports confirmed the team had moved on from him. This wasn't a performance issue. Toby had built a solid partnership with Sean Elliott on the broadcast, and was well liked in the community, bro. The situation became unattainable and couldn't handle it no more, specifically because of who was in love. The sister of the current player on the roster he covers. That's not a normal breakup, bro. That's a workplace conflict of interest that the organization couldn't ignore. You feel me? Yeah, shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. Especially heading to the city with a young core people, you know. It's kind of crazy. And just come off losing the championship is just a distraction. It's a reminder that some personal decisions just aren't survivable, bro, professionally. And, like, somebody had logged into his shit. It was like, oh, he got hacked. He was like, this is my girlfriend of 6 years, but I cheated on her with Nolan Waters. So I feel free to continue. Feel free to continue following me if you really think I'm a good guy, because I'm not. So somebody hacked to this shit, and that really happened, bro. You know, you gotta be careful what you do in these decisions, man. These decisions is everything. What we do is everything, man. But let's get into the next topic. Adrian Broner and Dina Gray lock in the Don, man. Former Division World Champ just moved into a warehouse for 45 days straight, live, 24 hours a day. Adrian Broner, kick streamer, Dina Gray kicked off their lock in a Don. That 45-day live stream happened entirely inside the warehouse. That shit is insane. Broadcast around the clock on both of the channels. This comes after that rocky stretch up for the pair, including a very public, very heated on-stream conversation just weeks earlier where they're like, shit just be falling apart. But they do that shit literally like every day. You know, they were doing that shit like getting a jacket and shit, bro. Broner's been open about the fact of that streaming has replaced the real money for him, reportedly around $1 million in just a few months working with Dean. Day one of lock-in had him back in the gym, nigga waking up, trying to get Dean locked in, telling Dean real shit, having the right people around him, bro, which reads like an intentional message after months of public concern about his well-being, you know, and on and off camera, you feel me, chaos, you feel me. And the partnership hasn't been smooth, you know. A lot of people thought Nick Dean was stealing money, all that type of shit, bro. But there's clearly something that they really fuck with. They can keep coming back, man. They make a good business. They literally the biggest in the game, locking in. A lot of people was on, you know, Dean. Me and Broner had like you owe to him, and you know all this content they making. So yeah, the redemption arcs hit different when they're live stream. You feel me? So let's get into this media war though. It just went public between two of black media biggest and loudest voices, man, largest voices, man. Just Charlamagne and Akademiks sit down, bro. We're gonna talk about all of it, man. So two of the biggest hip hop voices in hip hop finally sat down face to face after like a couple weeks of just going off each other on the line and shit. Kind of turned into an argument about whether one of them got played by an AI written article. Charlamagne Tha God and DJ Akademiks have been at odds for the last couple weeks, reportedly stemming from Akademiks getting stalked after Charlamagne, not Akademiks, Akademiks, my guy, one of Akademiks' guy that controlled one of Akademiks' guys that's running that shit on for one of his pages got exposed, and stalked. And after Charlamagne, he had revealed his real identity. They agreed to sit down to have things out, but the conversation turned to something bigger. It was a fight over whether a viral exposed about streaming fraud allegations tied to Drake was a real scandal or manufactured smear, smear campaign. The exposed ran on a site called Inverse Wire. Charlamagne cited it on his show. Akademiks pushed back and did what nobody else had. He looked up the publisher live on air, found the site's own listed off their appeared AI generated content, man. Let's go ahead and get into that video if you talk about that.
Can I read this particular article about George? Can I read this?
Where are you going to read from?
Can I read this?
Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
InverseWire.com, which is a very reputable site.
Okay, chat. I'm going to show y'all something right here, and you're going to realize this whole media shit is fake. Remember I told you go to this website, InverseWire.com? I said it's kind of odd that this article is up here from like 4 weeks ago. It's still at the top. Any news website would have recycled their top story, but it's still up there about pay no attention to the Grand Wizard. This is an article pretty much about Grand Wizard. It just uses Drake and Aiden as a thumbnail. What does Charlamagne Charlamagne say? Let's go back. Charlamagne, this is why you keep getting these gotchas. You got to stop lying, Charl. I love you, but you got to stop lying.
Can I read this?
Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
InverseWire.com, which is a very reputable site.
InverseWire.com, which is a real reputable site. Charlamagne Tha God, the guy who's involved in politics, who's interviewed Kamala Harris, I think even Joe Biden. You see what he's saying is a reputable site. Inverse Wire, we're on it. Let's do a little research, chat. Everybody could do this. You go to a website called whois.com. This is going to give you the info about every website in the world. Whois.com. Let's go to domain or IP and type in InverseWire.com. When you type that in, it says the fucking website was registered on 5/13, 2 days before Drake album dropped. Like, come on, bro. This is what I'm dealing with in the media. Mad reputable. How's it mad reputable? Nobody ever heard of it. No, it's mad reputable. It was registered 2 days before Drake album dropped. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna keep getting belt to ass when y'all keep lying like this. Yo, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, you stupid ass employees. Y'all can't do nothing with me. You hire a bunch of illiterate motherfuckers. And as soon as y'all try to get over this dumb shit, I expose y'all again. Stop it. They registered a site to print something defaming, bringing down, alluding that Drake is a criminal on 5/13. And Charlamagne is the only media talking about it, claiming it's mad reputable. But according to them, there is nobody who's an opponent. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Charlamagne cited this on his show, basically. Akademiks pushback, man. You see in the video, he looked up the offers publishing on when it got published on live, and it came up just right before Iceman came out. A peer AI generated with hundreds of posts published in a short window, suggesting the investigation was reported in the way traditional journalism is. Charlamagne's defense was that he was only discussing what the article said, not personally vouching for it. You know, that defense is the real story here. The moment a major platform reads an anonymous, unverified document out loud to millions of people, it stops mattering whether the host personally believes it. It becomes credible by association. That's how misinformation spreads and lies spread and they become true. This is how lies become true. You know what I'm saying? And that's going on through the legitimate media right now, man. Everything's legitimate, not by lying, but just by reading what was reported. You feel me? It's not about who was right in the beef. It's just about how fast an AI-written blog post can become sourcing on national radio. You feel me? Speaking of receipts, let's talk about Stefan Diggs, bruh. What he's going on, bruh, about his next contract, man. First. And some rumors about Diggs, man. So basically rumors, got a little gay rumors, man. But Diggs did just come out, though. Before we get into that shit, we gotta talk about Diggs. No, we're gonna say that for BTS, man. Let's talk about, Diggs. I got some gay rumors on that nigga name. For you seen cut with the purse, for the pink purse. With the, got his belly out with the crop top and shit. We already questioned cut a little bit, fool. But let's get into the video of Stefan Diggs. Stefan Diggs talking about this, man. I mean, not Stefan Diggs, accuser talking to Tasha K. Let's get into this video.
What about these text messages here that you got? It looks like, I gotta say allegedly because I wasn't there, but like he's saying in text that you provided, come get this ass bust.
He's spinning it as if it was in regard to that of a basketball game. But even if you do subscribe to that mindset, me coming to this weekend of basketball festivities was the same time he tried me.
You're saying that this is from Stefan Diggs. This is a text message from Stefan Diggs.
It's a DM.
It's a DM. And it says, like, don't trust these niggas. They out you. Can't say too much around them. Can't do too much around them. Be the one, no cap, LMFAO. And then you said, love you for that, champ, 100%. I just sat and listened while their girl talk.
Correct.
So who was he talking about?
Odell.
He was talking about Odell.
Cause this shit can't be real, fool. Ain't no fucking way, bro. That one fucked me up. What? Odell shit? Yeah. Out of fucking pocket, bro. We finna just get into some of that nigga freaky head, all these messy shit you got going on, man. Let's get into one more messy thing, man. YoungBoy versus Future, man. In ATL, man. Nigga dropped YoungBoy had started the beef, apologized, and then restarted that shit, all within 24 hours. Right as Future dropped his new album, YoungBoy posted an Instagram story widely read as a shot at him Without naming him directly, Offset stepped in during a live stream to try to calm things down, and YoungBoy said he was done responding, you know, saying you respect the Offset doing that, saying all that shit. Hours later, he was back at it, dropping a new song that fans again interpreted as an aim at Future. You know, he called it The Future or something like that. I forgot what the song's called. Future haven't responded at all. The whole situation is basically YoungBoy talking to some people, other people. Doughboy was in this shit. He said some shit. That's kind of one of Future's artists, you know, with the internet filling in blanks on why it started in the first place. This is a one-man beef right now. You know, Future hasn't really said too much about it. Really don't know what it's about. It's about something. I don't know what it's gonna be about, man. So you have to get more into that. But we can get to the video of him just crashing. I think YoungBoy crashing.
Man, I'm in South Korea by myself. I've been waiting to do this shit my whole life, lit boy. Come here. I'll tell you where I'm at. I'll meet you at the studio anywhere. I will beat the fuck out you, nigga. As on my daughters. Hey, I'll beat the piss out you. You a lit boy. I remember you. You was a hoe and you known to cry. Say, I ain't there serving over a month. I don't smoke cigarettes. You bitch ass nigga. I ain't pop a pill going on a month. I ain't smoked a cigarette in a month. Man, stop all that pussy ass drug this and addict that. Bring your gangsta ass here. Come anywhere I'm at and watch what I do you. And that tell me a lot about you niggas and people. Man, you niggas ain't no fucking gangsters. That's why y'all can walk around the states like that. Say, Pluto ain't no fucking gangster. Dude don't run around without no fucking security, especially not more than me. My boy, I just watch y'all. I just watch the world glorify the most pussy and dummy shit that ever went on I ever seen in my life. Man, they got a nigga y'all can't even name. Y'all don't even know this boy for 5 songs. Y'all don't even know this man for 3 songs. Man, and y'all literally like go and find some pussy ass shit that was done by this nigga. Man, you'll never trick me out of my position, man. I never let you, nobody else. And we ain't going no chopper for chopper with no nigga, man. Cause we don't play like that. We kept rappers. We ain't built like that. We ain't no murders, we ain't no none of that. Hey, it's good though. It ain't no beef, I don't want no problem with y'all. I'll fight you though if you want to. And I just want to fuck up his roll up for all that whole ass shit he do behind the scenes. It's good though.
Oh God, some niggas saying this is for marketing, for it, like for you kind of made niggas go bump that YoungBoy song, go bump. It's marketing for both sides. Kind of probably work out for both sides, you know. They said it's rap ain't nothing without the beef, my nigga. So that shit crazy. What other topics do we have to talk about though before we get out of here? Drake, nigga freestyle for SGA, bro. That nigga started freestyling for SGA. Yeah, I don't got the clip with me right now. Not on me, bro. Let's get to the topic. Any topic I skipped. I think I skipped. Oh yeah, this Russia, bro. Russia, them niggas had lost control of shooting a gun, like a real crazy ass. I forgot what machine gun, bro. Niggas lost control of the machine gun in Russia, bro. Nobody got hurt though. Let's get into it. Boy.
Тачка, чё? Тачка, тачка.
Man, what the hell? I've been so scared, cuz. That would have fucked me up, fool. That's insane, cuz like, he could have just killed everybody in there, including himself, just off of that shit. A fucking machine gun. That's my first time like really seeing machine gun on video, bro. I ain't gonna care. That's insane. What y'all think about that shit, though, man? We're going to end it right there with that. I just want to end it with something funny, bro. It's another episode of Suffer Prosperity podcast. I'm Suffer Prosperity Network. We line well for well-being. Hope y'all been taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and all that. I'm going to see you guys on the next episode, man. Love y'all.